I can see your fedora from here.
Recording is on.
I didn't hear you.
I didn't hear you either.
Where's your phone?
And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let Me Just Say podcast. I'm your host, Ray.
Who's watching Telemundo?
That background.
I don't think that's Telemundo.
It's a special
You shouldn't have
background.
recorded yet. What the fuck?
With me as always is Father. As you see.
The timing for that was impeccable, though, wasn't it?
Ole.
That was. Oh my god. No words. Just. Oh shit.
Okay. All right. We also got Dion.
What a day. What a fucking day.
We got D Wolf.
Greetings.
We got Crystal.
Hola.
We got Shining Wolf.
Hey, what's going on? The coat feeling extra glistening today, extra shiny.
We got Marciano.
Damn, the whole DOV.
Is it?
I'm sorry.
Hey, whatever y'all do, don't ever watch an anime called Amazing Stranger. That don't look weird.
Anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Now we can hear you.
You heard your background.
Fuck this app. I swear.
I thought you was watching the Weather Channel on Telemundo.
Is that the father?
Father.
Oh my god.
I thought you was watching the Weather Channel on Telemundo.
No,
Oh,
I was trying to
Lord.
get this shit to work this entire fucking time.
Man, we heard somebody put in work.
So yeah, somebody was cussing at somebody.
Nah, it wasn't. Nah, that was just.
Only Weather Channel I
That
want
was-
to watch is the one with those badass anchor girls.
Is that really your reaction when you hear another language that ain't English?
It's not.
Shut up.
Y'all,
No,
God
whatever
damn.
conversation was being had sounded hella aggressive.
No, it's not aggressive. We're Africans. That's how we talk.
Yeah, I was about to say that's how they talk. It's not really good.
How long have you known me? You know we get aggressive.
I know.
All I heard was, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
That even surprises me, bro. You know what?
I do not hear what you say to me.
We also have Jaja, Vanderbilt, Rothschild, Dragon, Hatake.
Здравствуйте, привет, красиво. Я прыгаю achter.
What was that?
I think that was Russian.
Whatever it was, it happened.
It was French.
No, Russian.
No, it was not.
Yeah,
It was not French.
It sounded romantic. Okay, got it.
Lord have mercy.
Crystal,
Oh,
God bless you, but that was not French.
Nah,
I didn't sound like a
Xavier just has a
murderer.
great phone voice. That's all. He just have a great phone voice. And last but not least, we have Q to reach God.
Jocelyn's cabaret is fucking hilarious.
And ghetto.
Oh man, it is fucking. It is ghetto as shit. It is.
And
fucking-
she's very disrespectful.
Hey, she is very.
But we'll say that for
Disrespectful.
another day.
Hey, you know what, X? Me and you might have to do our own personal podcast.
Okay.
Because I got some words for that one. Hey, that shit is fucking messy.
Wait, this is who now?
Jocelyn's cabaret.
Oh,
What,
Jocelyn
from fucking
Love and Hip Hop.
I have
she's still trying to make music? Really?
No,
No,
she
no,
has
no.
a TV show.
Oh.
You know
Like
Zeus?
cabaret.
Yeah, it's on
Oh,
Zoom.
Wow.
wait, you know what?
Oh,
Cabaret
all
does
the
do
ratchet
singing.
joints is on
But
Zeus.
no, it's more like stripping.
Yeah, that's all it
With your
is.
clothes on.
That's all it is. They show a tit every now and then, but it's nothing.
Yeah, not the.
I mean,
regular
I'm not
cabaret.
going to pretend I'm not down for some titty, but you know.
I mean, like 85% of them are fake, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say, speaking of.
Oh, all right, never mind.
I finally
I
got
don't-
to watch P Valley.
Hey.
P Valley is
Hey.
great.
P-Valley is lit.
great. And
P-Valley is lit.
No,
P-Valley.
the
Hey,
ending
is
for
this
the first
live?
season of
Is this a
P-Valley
live
was
show?
some of the best TV I've ever seen in my life.
I haven't
P-Valley
got
is
there yet,
fucking
brother.
amazing.
Please do not spoil it for me. But I
P-Valley
will.
is
Okay,
fun. Hey,
wait.
hey, Ray, I'm
That's all I'm gonna say.
I want to ask you all straight men a question. How
Yeah.
often did you guys see the gay people on TV? I mean, excuse me, on the screen. Like, how often did they pop up?
Gay characters on screen?
I mean, they were consistent, but like
It was a storyline, but it
Yeah.
wasn't the main storyline.
it was
Right.
it was like they was like on the side type.
Okay. Because I remember when it first came out, a lot of guys were going off about how it's so many gays and trans and all this other stuff on there.
X,
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry.
be honest with you.
What show are we talking about here?
P-Valley.
X, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can never say anything about a TV show having a lot of gay people because I was trapped watching Empire for like a year. So that was horrible gay.
And I
So it
also
was-
watched Pose. And
Yeah, so
Sorry,
it's
But,
like,
but Pose
I'm
was a
saying-
good ass show.
yeah, I
so
love
I'm
Pose.
saying, so I'm
I've
like,
said
so
it.
I'm,
Pose is the best show on television.
it never registered to me that was the problem of me watching the show. I just thought it was a
Right.
female show. I just thought it was
Right.
it was one of those shows that just touched on female issues. It wasn't going to entertain me. But then I watched the episode, and then one episode turned into two, and then two turned into I need to see the rest of this season because the shit was very entertaining, and the women are fucking beautiful. So that's another reason why you should watch it. But other than that, like
So-
The dark skin one, I love her.
Mississippi is everything.
I love
Oh
her.
my god!
Y'all
I
are saying
love
that
her.
I need to ask some homophobic people then.
No,
He said, I
see the
need
problem.
to
See
ask
the
homophobic
issue
people.
with homophobic people with me is that what's the like? There's no like, what are you getting out of it? You know, at the end of the day, it's not like a gay person is going to run up to you, touch you, and all of a sudden you're going to be gay. Like that, but it's sad that people think like that. Like
No, they do.
it's fucking ridiculous. Like
gay people got cooties.
yeah, right. Like what the fuck? Like you don't understand. You know how much I've learned and appreciated from gay people. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Have a conversation with a gay person. I bet you they tell you the realest shit you ever heard in your fucking life.
Facts.
They do
Xavier.
often keep it very
Xavier.
real.
Xavier, walk and get some tea with Xavier. You gonna hear some real shit come out of his fucking mouth.
Yo,
Also, Q. I have to apologize to your Celtics. I was wrong.
What happened?
No, we're not gonna shut the fuck up.
What happened?
I will say that
Exactly what the
gay
fuck I
people
said was going to
cap a lot
happen.
with
His Bulls were going to fall,
Straight.
and my Celtics were going to rise.
Shut
It
up.
wasn't going to last long.
Shut up. You was right.
It wasn't going to
I was
last long.
wrong.
I told you I'm not going to continue to be right and wrong, Ray. You're going to just have to learn to shut the fuck up and just watch this shit pan out.
I hope we play each other in the playoffs.
Hey, are you sure? Do you want to bet? Are we placing bets?
I'm not a gambling man no more.
We're not betting money. We don't bet money. Oh, this podcast. Oh, what? Let me tell you something.
What you wagering?
You know what? We'll have that conversation privately, and then we'll reveal the bet next week.
He's gonna do the same shit he did to you with me with fucking Sasha.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Absolutely. Father, you understand. You get it. You get it. I'm strategic. Y'all are not going to play with me on this podcast. When I say something is right, I'm right. Y'all are going to pay for telling me I was wrong.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, at least I'm man enough to admit it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Father. You know what I'm saying? He's still biting on that L.
I'm not biting on shit. What do you mean? She about to become a tag team champion. I'm happy. Shit.
Cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. I just
Two times, yeah.
I just like winning.
Okay, now. Now let's get into the first topic, which is Ketanji Brown Jackson and her being grilled for like a couple of days of being Supreme Court Justice. And I don't know, have any of y'all watched it?
I mean, I've watched it, but I'm not really paying attention to it.
Yeah, enlighten me, please.
I don't, in my opinion, I think they asked her a lot of stupid questions. I think there was some good questions, especially about the whole thing about the child pornography thing that was getting convictions for. But the other thing that I feel like they was trying to catch her with the okey doke, which is the "what is a woman" question, and she just like dodged the hell out of that question. So, Xavier, I seen you wanted to talk about this. I'm gonna start with you. How'd you feel
Oh
about
no,
the?
no wait. Uh,
Oh, you didn't.
sorry. Say your question again. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, how'd you feel about that whole hearing?
See, that's okay. See, I was afraid when they asked me that. I didn't get a chance to finish watching it. But from what I did watch, the they have nothing. They there's no real imperative questions they can ask because she's succeeded beyond anyone's expectations. She's more successful and more in line for this job than most that's on the Supreme Court currently. So the questions that are being asked of her, they're just very mediocre, lowbrow stuff. Stuff to take up time, stuff to just inquiz her and to watch her response and hear what she has to say so they can pull back audio. Oh, remember she said little white babies can't be racist, right? Right? And I just thought it was a bit disrespectful. And plus also to add their tone. A lot of people don't get it, but their tone was very disrespectful, and I did not like it.
I agree with you. A lot of those questions, and I was listening. I said, "Man, these are some stupid ass questions." And I don't know. It really felt like a waste of time. And I understand that a hearing is there for a reason, but most of that when I was watching, I said, "Wow, this seems like a whole waste of time." But I think she held her own. Like I think she did above average real well, and like I said, I think they was trying to catch her with the "what is a woman" thing, and she just dodged that question because I feel like the way
How
they
can you
asked it was
how can
very
you
vague.
answer that?
It was
Yeah.
very vague the way they asked it, but I'm pretty sure. But I also said, and me and Clarence was discussed about this earlier. I feel like it was a lose-lose situation, so I think she took the lesser of the evils. So
Man, just dodge that
I
jump.
just, real quick, I just want you to realize what you just said. It was a lose-lose situation, and this is supposed to be a woman that's supposed to be the first black woman to ever like get this position, I guess.
Second,
And
as far as I can see, second.
second, okay, so only two fucking people, and it's 2022. Like, what are we? What is this? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Is it me? Am I wrong for thinking it like this?
America.
A lot of people are upset.
So
A lot of people are upset about this. I watched The View, and they're just perplexed just as much as we are because they
Because
don't understand why are they going to these extremes to ask these questions or to make it seem like is she really able to do this job even though she's more educated than me and has more experience than me? Is she really though?
yeah, that's the thing.
I would
That's the
say,
thing, though.
anyone that's even nominated to even be in that position has a certain level of qualification. Like I
Right.
wouldn't doubt that they honestly made their way up to that point. But when I look at this, this falls under a category to me which I like to call stupid or liar. This is clearly I don't know, the way I see these things, how they play out, especially when it comes out like this, is it's just a distraction. But when I say stupid or liar, I'm like, first of all, you have to look at this through the right perspective. Because when I was watching, I was like, these aren't gotcha questions based on what's going on today. These things that were asked are issues that are going on today. And with you could bring in what Biden's son. You could bring in what's going on in the schools, what the parents are complaining about, all that stuff that all falls into these questions that were asked. That came right into my mind with every question. So yeah, and about the sex offender thing, that was funny to me because I'm like, okay, this is where it's stupid or liar. I'm like, she's either fucking lying or she's fucking stupid. It's just like the whole woman question because you mean to tell me you can't just say, you know what kind of question was that? That's what she could have done. Like, what kind of question is this? Why are you asking me this? You know, what do you think? Look where I am right now. But she stayed there and stumbled. So I'm like, is she stupid or a liar? Because I think one is smart enough to be like, I see what y'all doing. Let's not go here. I would do that if I was there. I would, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't even play. I would just either answer it or say that and not bullshit and say, I don't know. You mean to tell me you don't know what a woman is? You can't do that. If you can't do that and you know they're playing a game, then be like, no, don't fuck with me. You know, they'll say those exact words, but do that. You know? And then when it came to and what made me say, okay, I see what's really going on here was the whole pedophile thing. Because I'm like, okay, seeing what's going on with this dude's son, with Epstein and all that stuff, and who picked her, right? Who fucking picked her? What's this son going through right now? What was revealed as fact that was what was being perpetuated as bullshit for the past 2 years, which is now revealed as fact, and I've been saying this forever. It's revealed as fact that Biden's son was actually messing with kids, and and that's all in the fucking laptop. Okay, the diary, the daughter's diary was real, which speaks on this topic about her being touched inappropriately, this and the other. We already know what Joe does with every child he sees. We see it, but they like to laugh it off like it's no big deal. But let someone else do that. Right? Nothing happens. Okay. So now he picks her. She has no clear answer on this shit. The fucking excuse she gave was about, oh, technology's changed now, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, you mean to tell me if hundreds of files of child, porn is on a computer over an amount of time, that's enough. You mean to tell me you're going to use the internet as an excuse at that point? It didn't show up on there. This ain't an issue of statutory rape where the girl just lied and shit like that. This isn't an issue of, oh, the offender was a victim himself and things of that nature. What she could have done, what she should have done, is if that was the case, she could have said the exact words I'm saying right now. She could have said, oh, well, in that case, and a lot of these cases, well, I had to consider where the perpetrator, what led him to do that. And a lot of the cases turned out he was an offender himself. So I had to kind of adjust the sentencing. I would have let that slide. But to stay there and just blame it on the internet and act like this isn't the basis of what's going on right now. This isn't how child trafficking is going on right now. We want to act like we didn't watch Chris Hansen on ABC for years. We want to act like this shit ain't going on. That's what got me. And I was like, okay, this is a fucking game. So she's a fucking liar because I know she ain't fucking stupid. And back to the whole woman thing, I was like, what I was like when I heard that question, I was like, it makes sense they asked that because a lot of people, if you saw Dr. What's his name? That dude, Dr. Phil, he had a whole thing there with some guy and they're talking about trans issues and this, that, and the other. And the lady asked, I think Dr. Phil probably asked like, what's a woman and stuff like that. None of the trans could answer, but the person that they were going against answered with no problem. This is an issue we are talking about.
This is an
issue we're dealing with right
question,
now.
Really.
But asking her that question, like,
and they both kind of simple.
They are simple, and these are issues that we deal with. I didn't see any question, unless I missed a segment. I didn't see any question that wasn't relevant to the issues we have today. Just like the whole Kavanaugh thing, like everybody likes to compare it to. I'm like, I already know Kavanaugh ain't shit because he's a Bush guy. That's all I needed to know. But when they started using that whole, when they started using that thing, what happened in school and shit like that, turns out the bitch was fucking lying. There's proof for that, but the news ain't talking about it. You have to look for this shit. You're not gonna tune into a program or rewind and look for anything talking about this blase forward bitch and find anything that's the truth. You're not gonna find it. You have to look for it. But they'll bring out all the bullshit she was saying. They'll bring out all the shit he did in this fraternity. Easy. But not the fact that she's lying. Remember, because during that time, remember what the climate was. Believe all women, this, that, and the other. So the questions fit. Remember? So just like the questions fit back then, the questions fit now. It's about what's going on now. Because when these things end up happening in court, and this is what you're signing up for, what would your decision be? These are the concerns of the senators and this, that, and the other that are asking these questions. Because they know in their states, the parents are on their fucking backs, especially today. To a point where it's getting so bad, remember that the FBI has to be called on a lot of these parents because they're fucking pissed off. And they're being labeled as terrorists. Okay? So they got to be careful of who they say yes, because and knowing is Biden's pick, and knowing what he's about, and knowing what's coming out about him. And I know a lot of them know even more, but they can't say anything right now. These things had to be asked, and her responses alone let me know. Okay, I see what it's about. It's the fucking game. Good luck. I'm actually hoping this goes through. I'm hoping she gets nominated. I hope she becomes a judge so people can see. Right, because the right one's gonna be found innocent, and watch a family member go scorched earth, and they're gonna blame it on? They're gonna blame it on everybody that was cheering this bitch on. Speaking of cheering on, did you see Cory Booker? Did you see how he reacted? I was like, nah. Pandering. It was bad enough when you pandered during the election.
Oh, bro, you spoke that Spanish?
Yo, right? This guy,
I laughed at
the
that.
only one that went to tears and shit like that. I'm like, Harriet, tell me you remind me of my cousin. I'm like, shut the fuck up, nigga. What is this? This ain't what this is about, man. And don't act like this. I just said one other because that's only one other I know about. But I'm sure there are plenty of other black people that are up for the job, but that was just denied. I will blame racism on that. But let's not act like she's the first one or the only one that's fucking capable or that could have been up there. You know? Exactly. Because Joe Biden already tried to get rid of Clarence Thomas, and he already blocked another woman that tried. You know, and the reason was because they're Republican. I'm like, oh, okay, which one is it? Is it black or is it party? Make up your fucking mind. Is it about color or is it about the party?
See, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. It's always the labels.
No one even knows. I don't even remember the woman's name, and that's to tell you. I don't remember the woman's name.
It is always the motherfucking labels. It's not because you're black. It's because you live in this area. It's because you come from this particular place. It's because you're Republican. It's because you're Democrat. It's because you make this amount of money. Like,
right.
It's always the subcategories. It's the subcategories.
Yeah, like that's how they mask this shit.
For the record,
I'll never talk about what their capability is. I'm like, I know you're capable. You got the job as a judge. You've been doing it for years. I know you have the credentials. I know you have the skills. I know. So that's not even into question for me. It's like, my question is, what's your fucking game here? You know? Sorry, Dion. Go ahead.
I was saying, for the record, if you ask a white person something and they start off with, oh, it's not because you're black, it's because you're black. Anyway.
But I'm like, I just want to say real quick, like, again, like, it's like these questions that she's being asked, like, obviously we know why she's being asked these questions. But at the same time, it's like, you know that you are at a place where your people have been disenfranchised for 400 years. So when you are in certain positions, you better be prepared for war, and you better be prepared for them to be unfair about it, because the number one thing that they want to do is to ensure their position in power. You know what I'm saying? And not just power, but their proximity to power as well. That's why they try so hard to nominate people. And that's why, like, these judges be staying there pretty much for life, because it's about that proximity to power. Once I have this place for life, I can bring in whoever the fuck I want to replace me. I can mentor whoever the fuck I want to replace me. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she's in that hearing, it disrupts it. But at the same time, like, if they pressure her to play ball when it comes to political affairs, she has no motherfucking choice. So when it comes to, you know, people saying, oh, this is representation and oh, this is history and stuff like that, I understand. But at the same time, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, It's the same shit they did with Kamala Harris when she was VP. Oh yeah, like this is a win for women. This is a win for black people. And I'm just like, bro, y'all, everybody here is missing the point because y'all are so used to seeing one aspect of shit. Because like the American media is like it's like the American media is like an iceberg. You know what I'm saying? You see the tip and you see like the tip, like to your perspective as a person, it's like huge. You know what I'm saying? This is a motherfucking iceberg. But then you look down under the water and there's a whole bunch of shit that's hidden from you. And you know what I'm saying? You don't know how deep this fucking iceberg goes. And I feel like that's black people's political position, like bar none. It's like you see this iceberg. Yeah, this black person's in this position. Yay, cool, whatever. But then you don't see what's under there. You don't see the type of shit that they got to go through. You don't see the type of politics that they have to play, and not only to just stay in that position, but in order to be compensated for it. Because as you know, people do not be getting compensated the same wage in a lot of these positions. So I feel like at the end of the motherfucking day, yeah, this is someone else who is in office that just looks like us. But until your agenda is clear, I can't trust you.
Mm-hmm. Part of me thinks that Biden's racism kicked in and like left it to the wolves. He chose a reason. He left it because everybody's saying like, why was she so unprepared? People are just like these, So I'm like, yeah, you just left her to the dogs because that's how you treat all these people that go for that position anyway throughout your whole career. Now you all of a sudden magically pick one, and the one you pick is up to this bullshit. Yeah, this is insane. And like I was saying, yeah, this whole and like a lot of people, I've realized like a lot of people just forget Martin Luther King's speech. I have a dream speech. Like a lot of people just forget that shit today. It's just all about color. I'm like, like you said, like I understand. Like we do like certain things, we do need color. We need people in certain positions. I understand that, but we cannot just stop at the color. All right, you want to start with the color? Fine. Don't stop there. What's their credentials? Let's vet them too, yo. It's merit-based. Because we got to make sure, first of all, if we could trust you, and secondly, if you can actually do the job. Because otherwise, what's going to happen? You're going to fucking embarrass us or turn on us. Then we can never look at ourselves to lift ourselves up. It ain't going to work. We're just going to be stuck where we are and always begging. And then the white man has to keep giving us a whole bunch of bullshit, have to let us borrow his characters in comics and shit, like a swap races where we have a whole bunch of our own and we ain't putting it out.
Shit. Don't get me started on that shit.
Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
I really don't care if she makes it in or not, to be honest with you. I'm completely apathetic to the situation.
Yeah, it's just entertainment for me.
Literally. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really have too much to say on that whole issue, really.
I'm high.
It is more it is more political. It is a more political dance.
That's just translation. Life goes on. Don't care.
More political tap dance.
We will have our session. I'm just letting you know.
Absolutely. Hold on.
Shit.
Is that a Lil Wayne line out here in the background?
Absolutely, that was a Lil Wayne liner.
Okay, speaking of life going on, Q, let's talk about Maury getting canceled after 30 years.
No!
Oh, man.
Oh, my
No!
God.
What
Ray,
you
are the father.
No.
Oh, not the father.
Ray is the father. He don't know about it yet.
Hey.
Them
Don't put that
backstage
movie on.
crying runs were epic, man.
Yo,
right,
yeah,
so
after
since
30
Maury-
years.
30 years.
Shit.
30
years.
30 years.
Kelly voice, 30 years.
Shout out to Project Pat. Shout out to Project Pat.
Shout out to Project Pat.
Fine, pure ratchet entertainment that Bill Cunningham has tried to copy and fail. We Maury is finally getting canceled and being off the air. Mark used to come with us with all the Maury stories of all the stuff you don't watch. I'm coming to you first. How do you feel that this is?
All right. First off, I don't mean to be that type of man. I gotta go off real quick because I spent my entire life trying to get on the show.
Talk your shit,
Wait,
Mark.
what?
I spent my entire life trying to get on the show.
Why?
And
Why?
because Dion, just like every shonen protagonist, I have a dream. And that was my dream.
Mine is
And
Family
Okay,
Feud.
but like as an audience member or as one of his guests for whatever weird reason,
it
because it's
didn't
like
matter. I had to be there.
Mine is Family
I
Feud.
even, you know what I'm saying? So when I finally went to the Maury show for the first time, it was the greatest moment of my life. So much so, I got an
You've actually
apartment.
been.
Yes. I loved that show so much that I moved into an apartment that's 10-minute walking distance from the studio.
nigga.
So how
Mark,
dare you?
Mark,
How dare you leave me?
Mark,
How
Mark,
dare I change my entire life for you?
Mark. It's okay, Mark. Let it out.
Watch that show with my grandmother, and I used to look at my grandmother, and I always said, "I ain't the father," even though I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't even care. I didn't even care what that meant. I didn't even care.
What the fuck?
Show made me who I am today.
I know your
Made me who I
grandma
am
looked
today,
at you like, nigga, what the fuck?
bruh. The show made me who I am today. Just the speed of the cameraman made me want to run track.
Yes.
I did.
Them
I
niggas was
ran track,
athletic.
Nah.
bruh.
Yo.
Shout out to the Maury cameraman
Hey,
because they
Bruh.
was the
shout
real
out to the
MVP.
Maury cameraman.
Shout
Hey,
out to the
hey.
Didn't
Maury
So now,
cameraman,
didn't the
bruh.
Maury cameraman have
all
his
right.
own
So
show?
now it's time.
Bruh,
It's time.
they did not miss a single frame in any teardrop. I'm telling you right now, I am very hurt. But
All right.
I
Okay.
follow Maury so much. Maury did say like 2 years ago, and nobody peep it because nobody really watch it like I do. I'm on it. He did say like 2 years ago that he was gonna retire in 2022. It was just the pandemic messed it up. So like it was hard to go back and see like a live show. But he already said that he was on the verge of retiring because he admitted he was like he's an older dude. He'd been wanting to cancel the show for some time. He just wants to spend time with his wife and his dog. He kind of got tired of people's problems, which I understand, but I'm not tired of it. I enjoy seeing people in pain. People are shitty.
Woo!
Nah,
All
I
right.
love the honesty.
Shitty.
I love the
All right.
honesty.
Okay. So first of all, DC stand up because Maury was definitely from DC. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
Exactly.
With
DC.
his messy ass, he was messy as shit. He was the
Messy.
beginner of being messy.
He
You
wore
know what
New
I'm saying?
Balances. You never seen that? That nigga always wore New
Bruh,
Balances.
he was messy for the fact that he wore New Balances with a Calvin Klein turtleneck
Hey,
sweater zip
yeah,
up.
for real, you knew he was
Messy.
messy as shit. He was
Messy.
he was the messy office nigga. Like he was
Messy.
Yo.
always in the coffee room, telling everybody's business, standing beside the water machine.
I'm trying to tell you. And it's like, bro, I understand that all good things come to an end. I mean, shit, even Arthur came to an end. It's just mind blowing me. But
So
I
Hey,
think the show is gonna
don't
go
also got like a
to.
new version though?
I
fuck
don't
the
even
new
know,
version.
bro.
Nobody cares
I
about the
don't,
new version.
yeah, like, but
New version of Arthur?
I think
Oh
since
no,
the
they just shut that
show
down completely.
the show is coming to a close, like Maury, I think Maury's gonna give the show to Karamo, the guidance counselor culture dude from Queer Eye, because he's appeared on Maury as a guest host. And yeah, if you want to be politically correct, he cared about the people. He was trying to bring families together. He wanted them to get counseling. He wasn't really about the drama. He wanted people to like solve their issues. I get that, but like that
Steve
don't make me
Wilkos.
happy. I mean, like people solving their issues don't make me happy. Laughing
He's
at
like,
them
well,
makes
fuck
me
that.
happy. So like
Shit.
the show might go to Karamo and he may do a more of a guidance counselor aspect to whatever. But I'm always going to rewatch the same scenes from certain moments because people are just dumb. Like I kid y'all not, when I went on the show, there's a rule because I always wanted to know how come no matter how ain't shit the first chick is, we have everybody be clapping. Like it don't matter what her story, it don't matter if she slept with the dude brother, it don't matter if like she did backflips off the monument to get some dick. It don't matter. It don't matter. You have to clap for the
Because the
first girl.
woman's
You gotta
always
clap.
right.
You
The
gotta clap
woman's
for.
always
You gotta
right.
clap
No,
for.
no, 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 no. I thought so, bro. But let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you some real shit, and I'm gonna shut up. When I went, they literally told us. They said no matter what the first woman says, clap for her. give her support because she's stupid. They all said that. And they literally said that. They said that.
Oh Lord.
For real. That's a
Dr.
Oh
fact.
Jesus
Marco.
Christ.
That's a fact.
I
That's a
love
motherfucking
that.
fact.
I
Because they be,
love
bro, they be
that.
sitting their fat ass in the chair saying, man, I slept with 18, man. I don't know who the father is, bro. Like, shut the fuck up.
And
That nigga a
bruh,
deadbeat is like,
bruh.
I don't know you.
Ooh.
But they said though, they said the only time you can clap or show the dude support is if he got like a sob story. But if he just some dude you see at Subway, boo his ass. Like they specifically said that. And they said and they said if it's a
Wow.
story about a cheating thing, they said as long as you don't boo the first chick, they don't care what happens to anybody in the story. Boo everybody else. It's just the first chick. So it's not even about man versus woman, bro. It's about who came out first. So they said the same
Oh
thing
wow.
happened in
That's
it's
what
about
that's
who
what
came
it
in the
is.
chair
Because
first.
they do
God.
be showing dudes the same love too when they come out first. Like if it's a dude
Saying
accusing his girl
they
of cheating,
right,
he's the one that get the
exactly.
applause.
Like even when the dudes go off like, I don't give a fuck who the father is, it ain't me. They cheer him because
Baby.
he's the first dude in the chair. You're supposed to cheer the first person. That's like
That's interesting.
Zordon telling you. That's like Zordon telling you, "Hey, make sure you cheer on the Red Ranger. Fuck the other people. Just cheer on the Red Ranger. He comes first. Cheer that person on." That's what it was. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't
Even
believe
though
it.
everybody like Tommy better.
Yo, you're right. You're
Well,
right.
well,
Cheer
well,
for
well.
both.
Tommy was the
Yeah.
Tommy was a special episode though.
Tommy
Tommy
was a
went on to
Maury guest that
become
Tommy
came
whipped
out.
the
everybody's ass.
most powerful
Tommy
motherfucker
was a
there. What
Maury
you
guest
mean?
that came out second, and they said, "Yo, bring him back," and he became the first dude in the chair. That's where Tommy went at. So like, it's specifically designed for you to cheer on the first person, bro.
Hey, Mark. Hey,
Tell you, bro.
Mark. I'm gonna go
Yes,
ahead and
bro.
say it now. I love you, bro, because I feel like they're gonna kill you for telling all of this fucking
They
business.
gonna kill me, bro. But hey, let it be known that y'all know the truth. I went to the show twice. It's the same setup. Same setup.
Ain't no
Anybody
Oh
who sit down
shit!
first.
This is
That
beautiful.
yeah.
Hey, the show's
I,
over now, so
I am in tears.
That's why
we
they said
needed
like,
this.
yep.
We
They
needed
said
this
no matter how
information. Like
dumb.
this is enlightening.
Hey, so
I couldn't believe it. And I kid you not, I hella racked up on merchandise. I got a "You Are Not the Father" mug. I drink out of it every day. I don't even have kids.
you
I
are
drink out of it
not
every day.
the
I
father.
don't even have
Yes,
kids.
yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
How'd you
hey,
not sign an
pull up,
NDA?
you pull up, King. So John John.
Oh
all
shit!
right, so I got a question. This is a segment I like to call "Damn It Q" because I clearly start to say shit that make people say "Damn it Q." Okay, so I got a question for all the ignorant black people who are like really like stupid when it comes to certain shit, and they'll understand why I'm asking this question. Would you or would you not like to see a cameraman from Maury actually compete in Ninja Warrior?
Yeah,
I'm a
I would.
What type of
Why
question is
not?
that?
Why not?
That would be
I would.
interesting, yeah, for real.
I want to see him with the camera.
I'm so mad.
But no, you.
I'm so
How would that
mad
work?
at
Because
like
you need
how
your hands to
creative.
navigate a lot of the obstacles. How the
I,
fuck would
I
that work?
I know, but he'll find a way. He'll.
Like it is amazing
Yo,
how
them,
fucking
them.
accurate he should like every cameraman should be a running back because he seems to find the cuts, the holes. Like I've seen women really try to outrun the camera bad, and this man knows every door, every turn, every cut. He's like Jason.
Now, I
Oh
got
my
it.
god.
I want to see someone who used to be a cameraman for Maury go to the Olympics and like do like the hurdles and shit.
With a camera.
With the
He got to
cameras.
do it with the
With the camera,
camera.
yeah, he gotta have the camera.
That's
No,
gonna be one
with the with,
exhausted
no with the
cameraman.
cam with the camera on, so you can see what he's seeing as he's running and jumping and shit.
Like
Like from his
I
point of
feel
view
like
with the camera.
we need to really like start uplifting this cameraman. Like he is a national hero.
Yo, he's an icon. Like this man deserves his own star on the Walk of Fame. Whoever that
I
cameraman
need
is.
his shoes first of all, because whatever shoes he had the ultimate traction that he never failed. He never failed.
Oh shit!
Orthopedics.
and he was so smooth with the camera too. Like hardly ever like
I've
bumped up
never
and
seen a
down or
cameraman
whatever. Like
trip.
just too smooth with it, man.
But let's go down memory lane though, like for real. Like, hey, shout out to the episodes when the parents come on with the kids and the kids act crazy, and then the military black guy comes on there, yells in their
Oh, those
face,
Oh
be the
and then they
yes,
best.
come in and
yeah.
that's
Tried to
all
Oh,
we
scare him
ever
Doug
Those
see
straight.
be
Funny
the
in
Vest.
the world.
best.
My man
Oh
come in
man.
with the Doug
Yo,
Funny
those
Vest,
be the
no
best.
shirt, and just yelling. That
And
Who
was
do you
Maury,
great.
think
Maury,
you are?
Maury
That's your mother over
also.
there. Do you think you're crazy? What would you do if you didn't have a mother? You'd be in a goddamn foster home,
Fuck that
goddamn it.
bitch.
That foster home
Fuck
wouldn't
that
treat you
bitch.
like shit.
I hate
You know
that
why?
bitch.
Because they're not your mother. Show your mother some goddamn respect over here.
Yo, fuck that
Maury,
bitch.
Maury
I don't have to
also, Maury
respect
also
nobody.
helped out a lot of people understand that even back before it was a big thing to be trans, you got to watch yourself. There were some chicks on there who would confuse people, and
Oh,
Maury
you talking about
exposed them.
man or woman?
Maury exposed them. He did.
You talking about
He
man
did
or
a.
woman?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a
That was my
humanitarian. He
favorite
did.
segment.
Yeah, like because some of that stuff was mind blowing, and I was just like, "Whoa, what the hell?" But thankfully to my great uncle Maury, he showed me the truth. You can't believe everything
Yo,
you
Your
see.
great uncle.
You can't believe everything you see. You can't believe everything you see. And also, shout out to him doing the makeover segment by changing an entire woman's life by putting a wig on her. He did that. Like all he did was give her a wig.
That's all he did.
All he did, and
Yeah.
she looked like she before it looked like she had like a 430 credit score. When Maury picked out that wig, 720,
430.
720 on deck when she walked out to the crowd. Man, that is my great uncle.
430.
That is
Hey,
my great
shout out.
uncle. I
Hey,
love that
hey,
man,
shout out.
bro.
Hey, shout out to the Maury talent shows. You know what I'm saying? Showing all the kids that do the crazy ass shit that we already seen other kids down the street do, but it was cool to see them
Exactly.
do it
Nah,
too.
hold on. Because Maury
He
made
had one
people
buff
face,
ass kid on there that scared the shit out of me.
bruh, he had people face their fears too. Remember that chick that was scared of fucking
Little
cheese?
Gohan.
Bruh.
Nah, the one
Hey,
that was scared of
hey,
olives.
Little
Yeah,
buff ass
there
Gohan.
was one that was scared of
hey,
olives.
Father.
There was one that was scared of cotton. I remember that.
Let me give you one better. Let me give you one better,
Wow.
Father. I got you, Father. Remember the shorty who was scared of pennies?
Oh my god.
They took the
What?
pennies and let them, bruh.
That
Yes,
one was
yes,
mean.
The
yes.
Maury people took the pennies and let them Jones fall like snowflakes in front of her face, and she had a heart attack.
There
Shorty
was
had a
another one.
heart
Nah,
attack.
nah. There was another woman that was scared of fucking mustard and ketchup.
I remember that. I remember that. And you know what? I hope they had a good day because I did. I enjoyed myself.
Hey,
Enjoyed
and
this
most
episode.
and
Fantastic.
most importantly,
Oh shit.
even with the new information that was given to us by brother Mark, who has seen the light and been on the other side,
Being on the other side.
been on the other side to the Maury show personally. Shout out to the men who were not the fathers. You dudes are
Right?
amazing. You
Bruh,
went
I
through so
think
much bullshit.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Q. I swear this has always been my theory. I think the top 5 dudes on You Are Not Who Are Not the Father of Maury are the pioneers of TikTok. What made you backflip on stage when
Oh
you found out
man.
you are not the father?
Oh man.
There
Oh
were
man.
people
Yeah.
who were
He
so
was like,
pressed of being
woo!
not
When
the.
they did the
There were some people
breakdancing
who were
move
pressed
and
of
then
being
he
not the
waved it
father.
back and forth. That
Wasn't
was
it one? Wasn't it
Ray,
one dude who started trip walking?
yeah.
No.
they were breakdance, Dion.
Like,
Oh,
They
it
were
was
crip
it was
they
a
were crip
breakdancing
walk.
one.
I remember one dude came on the show. He had a "You Are Not the Father" haircut and a T-shirt made,
Damn.
custom made,
No.
He's a
custom made.
legend.
And guess what? He was
oh
not the
man.
father. He was not the father.
Yo.
He knew. Our legends, bro.
Legends, bro.
Legends,
Like, are you serious, bro? Like,
It's like, should
legends,
have
come on,
kept your
man.
circle tight.
bro. He made sure. It's like he came branded. He had a proposal ready.
He
He
already
was not
understood.
the father.
He already understood. He understood. You
He
know what I'm
He
saying?
understood.
understood the assignment real
Shout out
quick.
to the men who wasn't cheating, and the lie detector determined you're telling the truth. Hey, shout out to
Bruh.
Maury because Maury made it feel good to be telling the truth.
He
But
did.
when
Oh,
you
hold on.
told a
Wait, wait,
lie,
wait, wait,
when
wait,
you
wait.
told a lie, the lie detector determined that was
That was
a
a
lie
lie.
almost
That's just
337
bullshit.
times.
There's one
How the
more group
fuck
of
does the
people from
lie
the Maury
detector?
show when he
How does the
say
lie
that.
detector
Somebody's full of
know
shit.
how many times you cheated? That's a question mark. I need the answers.
What? Say that again,
How
Q.
how the fuck does the lie detector know how many? You know, Maury would be like, you were asked if you had sex with any women after the first time you cheated on Angela. You said no. The lie detector determined that was a lie over 13 times you cheated on her. How the fuck does the lie detector know how many times you cheated, Maury?
Because they
That's
say
true.
it, they admit it. After the
Yeah,
lie
like
has been detected, they admit how much women
I
they
was about to say that.
slept
Yeah,
with.
when they find out after the dude clearly did a horrible job at trying to beat the test, they would just ask them straight out, "Hey, look, man, you got caught. How many times was it?"
Yeah,
And the dude
but
just give up and tell. My favorite dudes though, the ones who swear up and down they not cheating, but then get caught with the fucking decoy. How did you
yes,
No,
fall
Yes,
for
oh
that?
yes.
my
How
God.
did you
That's
fall
shout
for
out to
that?
the sexy decoys. Shout out to the
Shout
sexy
out to the
decoys.
sexy decoys.
Yes, yes, yes.
They say you gotta
Sexy
clench your
decoys.
cheeks to
hey, bro,
beat those detectives.
Yo,
I was never so attracted to censored faces in my life than them decoys, bro.
Oh
Because
man,
those
it
I'm
be
censored
not
them,
gonna
it
lie.
be
faces.
them
Those
legs and the mini
episodes,
shirts.
I'm not gonna lie. Those episodes used to blow me a lot because you're on there to prove that you're not cheating. So the whole day you would think,
But that's the thing. That's the thing where you got to remember how dumb these dudes were. They're on the show. They're on the show to prove that they have not cheated in the past, not currently cheating.
Preach, Mark.
but you
Not
would
right
think you would
now.
Well,
be
they
able to
messed up
investigate.
because
No,
with the test is going to detect if
no
you're lying
sympathy,
about
right?
cheating in general.
No sympathy,
Man,
right?
Because
I swear.
Especially
you're gonna think about the girl that you just got caught with just before the
exactly.
show started.
And
I,
also,
I,
shout out to all the women on the lie detector test that knew how to dodge the question. Because there are some women on Maury who specifically refused to answer the question before marriage. She not answering that. She only gonna say she was loyal after y'all tied the knot. But when y'all were just talking boyfriend and
Oh yeah,
girlfriend,
she was a hoe.
you know, Shawty was for the street. For the
She
streets,
belongs to
man.
the streets.
Hey,
And she
shout
and
out!
she can
Hey,
go right
shout
to her
out to the!
front
Hey,
back.
shout out to the people who make sure they're asked specific questions just so they
Bruh,
can specifically beat the test.
exactly. And but guess what? Still fail.
Still fail. Shout out to shout out to the shout out to the men who failed the lie detector test and swear for God the lie detector test is lying. Ain't that a
no,
plot
didn't one of
twist?
them say why
Bruh.
is it called? That's why it's called a lie detector test because it lies to you or some
Because
shit
it
like that.
lied, bruh. And guess what? Shout out to all the dudes who not only failed the lie detector test, but they went backstage and got their girl back before the next commercial break.
Yes, yes,
Facts.
Before the
yes,
next
Man,
commercial
Yo,
break. Already
facts,
back
yo,
in gear.
bruh.
that's game
that
Like,
right
takes a
there.
bruh, nigga,
that
like
takes a
80% of them,
special.
bruh.
Ooh, that takes
Man,
a
Hey,
look.
professional.
When I tell
shout out.
you I envy that
Ooh,
because
Hey.
that's how you know that you can talk your way back
Oh
into
wait,
anything.
Mark, wait.
Lucifer
But I'm
couldn't
about to
even
make you
get back
happy.
into heaven,
Mark,
bruh.
Mark. I'm about to make you Mark. Hey, Mark.
Oh
Hey,
man,
Mark.
You go off, bruh.
Hey, Mark. You such a homie to me. I'm about to tell you something that's gonna make you happy again. Hey, shout out to those couples that get caught cheating, end up together, and then Maury actually takes the time out to get an update with them, and they end up not together.
yeah.
damn.
Y'all make y'all make the show way better because y'all still
Oh
ain't end
shit.
up together.
Yeah, yeah, I did all that bullshit for
Y'all
nothing.
did all that bullshit. He did all that begging, and after six
Hey,
Oh
months, his shit
shit.
is out your house.
hey, hey, Q, last thing, bro, and I'm gonna shut my mouth, bro, but I'm about to make you smile, bro, because shout out to the families where we all know Shawty came on there, and we know you can look at the baby and tell the dude is not the father. Come on. But then, but then, when they find out he's not the father, and the dude hugs the girl, I'm a beater. I still love you. Get the update. Why is Shawty in the living room by herself? By
Yeah.
herself.
Let's go.
She turned
Hold up.
into a
Oh,
single
Oh,
mother.
bro.
don't forget. Don't forget the ones who come back 4 or 5 times with 5 different niggas and none of them are daddy. Don't forget them bitches.
Oh
Bruh.
no! Hey,
One
yo,
of them
Hey,
came like
hey, Dion,
18 times.
Dion. They come back for the same child.
The
That
same child.
exactly,
We see the child
exactly.
fucking grow up on the Maury show.
Hey yo,
They
Georgetta,
be there
you remember
every like
Georgetta?
3 months. Like,
Hey,
oh shit.
hey,
hey.
hey,
But
Wallace.
last
Hey,
but not
Wallace. I
least,
love you some kind of way, bro.
last
Why on the Maury show you watch babies go from Incredibles to Incredibles 2? Because they've been there so many
Yeah.
And in the case of 14-year-old Jaquan.
Oh
hey,
shit.
Yeah, at some
hey,
point
but
you gotta be like, damn, mama, you still
hey,
doing
and
that?
last but certainly not least, shout out to the women who bring 2 niggas on the show. One is side nigga, the other the husband. The side nigga wants to be the father. The husband has been taking care of the baby, and then come to find out, neither one of them are the father. But most importantly, shout out to Maury for walking up to every woman that finds out they're not the father and telling them, we're going to help you find out who he is. And they never find out.
No, I'm about to.
Yeah.
Yo, I got one that I remember distinctly.
Maury got one.
Go.
Maury got more open cases than First 48. Go ahead,
Maury. Yo, I heard this shit in the Maury show, and I'm like, this is the greatest show on earth. So there was this one woman that went to the fucking show. It was her 10th appearance. I fucking remember this episode. It was it was a white woman. I remember it was a fucking white woman. It was a fucking white woman, and she was there for her 10th time. And the nigga was like, I'm right here, peanut butter. And then she was like, did you just call me peanut butter? And the nigga said, easy to spread.
I remember that.
I said,
The disrespect.
damn. I said, bro, I swear to God, I rewinded that shit. I rewinded that part so much because I was shocked. My mouth was open. I fucking rewinded that shit because the audacity. That nigga did not have to annihilate her on TV like that.
Yes, he did, bro, because he was going to be here once. Annihilate.
All right, hey, so let me ask this question. Do y'all think daytime TV is now dead? Because
yes.
Because after Maury, it's like, what else do you watch? It's just, I mean,
is Steve Wilco still going? Because he's
barely. He barely still going, bro. Barely.
Bro, he's reruns now.
But Steve Wilkos is not really entertaining. It's more like they should just call the police. Like this ain't even like funny. There'd be some serious shit.
Yeah,
of course, I'm subscribed.
Right, the
I'm
nigga was
subscribed
like
to the Steve Wilkos show on YouTube. I'm subscribed. I'm subscribed to Maury Jury and all of them. And every time I see the thumbnail and the headline, I'm like, I'm not even gonna click you. I'm just gonna report a case. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch it. I kid you not. You go to the Steve Wilkos page right now. There is a video called "He Touched Me and Her Too." I said, I am not watching that. That is a case.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they all need to be locked up. I mean, The View got canceled. Nick Cannon got canceled. It's still up in there with the Wendy Williams show.
Wait.
I said up in there.
The View did not get canceled.
It didn't get canceled?
No,
the real.
Okay.
The real.
My bad. The real. Wendy Williams is up in the air, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna stay on because ain't nobody gonna watch Sherry Shepherd. I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. How did the real get canceled? Like people just stopped watching it, or like what happened?
In my opinion, it started getting corny.
Yeah, the people that left the show.
I know Tamar. I know Tamar was gone.
They tried
my God, let's not talk
real,
about Tamar.
But at the same time, they don't want to be negative at all. They don't want to gossip, and they don't want to really do that kind of stuff. And they really watch the kind of stuff that they say. And I think at this point, it's starting just to become like whack because you're like,
right,
girl,
and dry. Damn.
yeah, like it's like unfortunately, you kind of do need to talk a little smack and crack a little jokes.
Yo, who is snoring? Who is that?
For real.
That's
I'm here. I'm here.
I think it's Shining Wolf.
Damn. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Down goes Frazier.
That man is not the father.
Yeah, he was definitely not the father.
Not at all.
It's like you know what's funny? He said I was going to take a Red Bull. He took coffee. I guess it still knocked him out.
Bro, I'm telling you,
That
that
was a
shit
lie.
doesn't work.
That was a lie.
That shit doesn't work. I don't know why people do that shit.
Oh yeah, coffee don't work. I had to learn
if
that
your
one.
body, bro, if your body is tired, it's gonna fucking shut down. It doesn't matter what the fuck you put in it.
And accept some coke.
Funny is bro.
I'm tired.
I can't believe the reel is over. Like I just always expected to see it around, and they were just gonna be there forever.
I can. I agree with Olivia. It got corny. After a while, it got corny. And I blame Jeezy. I don't know. This is
ain't he with one of them?
Yeah, the Asian one.
That's right.
Jenny Mai.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Because it got to a point where I seen some clips. They cut into one topic to talk about her relationship with him. I said, "Oh, so you're just gonna make this about you?" Oh, I said, "Y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about."
After a while, it's like, who you there to watch it for?
I don't know.
Damn.
I was there for Tamar, but like eventually,
but she was starting to become too much.
She was.
And I like Tamar, but
yeah, I like Tamar, but yeah, she was getting too outrageous.
Father, am I a Muppet?
Wait, what?
Lami wanted to bust out laughing so.
Lami loves. He tried to hold that in so much.
Lami
Ray,
to laugh.
Ray, I can't do it to this day. I can't fucking do it. Every time I watch that video, shit makes me fucking laugh. And I'm like, she said, and then I went to my husband, do I look like a puppet? I'm like, no, don't ask me that question.
Yo, if I was at that table, I think they would have had to take me off because I would bust out laughing.
They would have had to take me out the
motherfucking
motherfucking. I would have
Man.
I couldn't.
When I tell you, man, the best jokes write themselves. That's prime example.
Also, Ray, another one that makes me laugh is when that marriage boot camp clip when the girl was throwing the apple. I'm sorry. The fact that you threw an apple at your husband is funny to me.
With the hearing through the apple with
yes. Like, bro, of all the things to get thrown at, an apple is disrespectful. It's like I'm playing Smash. I'm playing Smash, and you got Pac-Man throws an apple at you.
Hey, bro, feel the disrespect, bro.
She beat that. That's another funny part. No, that's another funny part about it. She fucking threw that shit like she was in a baseball game. She's like, whoosh.
I was like, God damn. I was like, that's why Vado choked her ass. I was like,
it's one of those things where it's like he shouldn't be doing that, but at the same time, like not I understand, but it's like, damn, like you really did push him to that point though. She really did.
He got so much heat for that.
He got so much heat for that, but he was literally
just couldn't even. She just couldn't even have anything else to say. Just you know what you did. You can't participate. You go to a separate house or a hotel. You got to stay in a hotel.
Like it should never get to a point where you like launch yourself at her. But at the same time, I do understand she fucking like she was trying you. That is true.
I
bro,
was
because
in the words of
it,
Chris Rock.
it went from pushing that buzzer to throwing out.
Yeah, in the words of Chris Rock, I'm not saying she should have killed her, but I understand. That's how I felt. I said abuse. That's why I tell people abuse goes both ways because that shit. Woo.
Bro.
It's like I seen people kill for. Any last thoughts before we move on to our next topic?
Mar gave us 30 years. That's OG status right there. So
OG
if you
the Undertaker of talk shows, man.
Literally. You know what, Dion? That's a great one. Thank you. That was fire. Bars.
Oh man, TV ain't gonna be the fucking
Anybody knows
same.
when this last episode is gonna air?
Let me find out right now. I can get you that information.
You know, all those open cases you was talking about, that last episode need to be just him wrapping up all of them, like, cause damn.
He's been doing best of episodes for like a minute now, because he like that.
I mean, there's the best of, but then it's just like I said, just the ones. Okay, we have